All right, let's just jump right in because we're looking at one of the most, well, puzzling moments in the entire Bible. We're at the very, very end of the book of Revelation, and an apostle, a man who literally walked with Jesus, makes this huge mistake. So, what's going on here?
So, this is the verse that kicks everything off. John, the apostle, after seeing this unbelievable vision about the end of the world and the beginning of a new one, he falls down and worships an angel. It's a shocking moment that seems to fly in the face of everything he would have known.
And that, of course, leads to the big question, why? Why would John do this? I mean, think about it. This isn't just some random new believer. This is the Apostle John. He knew exactly who to worship. So what happened here? Was it just a moment of weakness? Was he confused? Or is there something much deeper going on?
To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to start by looking at John himself and, the context of what just happened. It all begins with how he describes his own experience.
And what's so wild is how John frames this. He says, I, John, saw these things and heard them. He's making it crystal clear that he's not just repeating a story somebody told him. The original Greek is super emphatic here. He is the one hearing and seeing. He's basically shouting, I was there. I saw it with my own two eyes. He's a direct, personal witness to God's entire salvation plan unfolding.
Okay, so if John is our eyewitness, what did he actually see? To get why he reacted the way he did, we have to understand the vision that caused it. What could possibly be so powerful? He saw the gospel, the good news, fulfilled in brilliant, living color. He saw the river of life, he saw the tree of life restored, God's actual throne right there in the middle of his people. He saw the curse of sin finally broken and gone forever, and the light of God himself so bright it replaced the sun. I mean, this wasn't a terrifying nightmare, it was the ultimate dream come true. And this is the key right here. What John saw was completely and overwhelmingly positive. It was a vision of pure victory, of total restoration, of blessing. It was the good news hitting its absolute peak, showing the end of all separation and the final completion of everything Jesus came to do. And the fact that this was all good news, is the secret to the whole thing. And we can really see this when we compare John's reaction to another prophet from the Old Testament, who also had a pretty intense vision. Just look at this contrast. It's amazing. In the Old Testament, when the prophet Daniel gets a terrifying vision about judgment, what happens? He gets physically sick. It knocks him out. But when John sees the fulfillment of all the good news, his response isn't sickness. It's this explosion of awe that just comes out as worship. The content of the vision completely changes the response. I mean, listen to Daniel's own words. He fainted and was sick for days. Visions of judgment and terror, they produce fear. But John's vision, it was a vision of blessing. The angel had even said just a verse earlier, "Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book." So John saw blessing, and his gut reaction was to worship. Okay, so now it's all starting to make sense, right? John's action, while, technically the wrong thing to do, was a totally natural, totally human response to what he was seeing. The Greek word used here for worship, proskunizai, it's fascinating. It means more than just having a worshipful thought. It's a physical, instinctive thing. It means to literally fall down, to prostrate yourself. It's what your body does automatically when your mind just can't handle the sheer awe of what it's seeing. So you see, this wasn't John sitting there thinking, should I worship this angel? No way. He was just blown away. He was so completely overwhelmed by the beauty and majesty of the Lamb's final victory that he just reacted. He saw God's glory shining through that messenger, and his body just hit the floor. And hey, this wasn't a one-off thing. He did the exact same thing back in Revelation chapter 19. But here's the thing. The story doesn't end with John's mistake, and that's maybe the most important part of all. The reason this whole event is saved for us to read is to teach a final, absolutely crucial lesson. The angel immediately stops him. Whoa, hold on. Don't do that. Worship God. The angel makes it so clear. He says, I'm your fellow servant, putting himself on the exact same level as John and all the prophets. He points the worship away from the messenger and directs it right back to the source. And that is the ultimate point of the whole episode. John's incredible vision, his very human mistake, and the angel's quick correction. It's all there to serve as the Bible's last, loud, powerful reminder. You can respect the messengers, but worship, that belongs to God and only to God.
I mean, this isn't a new idea. This lesson echoes all the way through the Bible. Jesus himself said it. It's one of the most basic, fundamental truths there is. And here, at the very end, it gets hammered home one last time. So, in the end, John's whole experience shows us something beautiful. Seeing the gospel finally fulfilled, seeing the victory of the Lamb and the glory of God, it's not meant to make us scared or confused. It's meant to fill us with such a profound sense of awe that it moves us to worship the one true God.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? John was completely undone by the vision of God's finished plan. It makes you wonder, what vision of God's glory or his goodness or his victory in your own life would be so overwhelming that it would just cause you to fall down and worship?